Gosh, sorry, I'm such a baby. I really, really hate cutting trees. In order to build this stone house of our dreams, there are bound to be some sacrifices. We're inevitably going to have to break a few things before we can build back better. In today's episode, that breaking doesn't feel good. It's something that we had hoped to avoid.
Do you know what, right? Let's just stop filming for half an hour. Go and have a cup of coffee and sit down, because I'm just not feeling a good vibe right now. I feel sad.
Okay. But despite our best intentions, it's time to say goodbye to a presence that's been on this farm a lot longer than we have. And that, well, it made us feel pretty sad.
So yesterday I found it and it's went down there and it's gone.
The frog is gone. So we've all been awake and going at this pace since about 4 o'clock this morning. Everybody's semi-awake from 2 o'clock because 2 o'clock in the morning here is about 7 o'clock in the morning in Malaysia, so everybody's a bit kind of bleh. I hope you've all been enjoying our videos from Borneo. I would love to hear what you think, and if you haven't checked them out yet, I'll pop a QR code on the screen here so you can scan it and head on over to our travel channel, The Newbys Explore, where you will be able to catch up with everything we got up to in Borneo and Thailand. Anyway, this morning it is currently 7:15 and we're all standing outside waiting, because any minute now a little tractor is going to come rumbling down the road and they're going to be taking down that beautiful big tree, this one here. I'm super sad about it, but it kind of has to happen, you know. We have so many trees on this farm. So
what happened, Mum?
we've got to cut that tree down.
That one?
No, that one.
That one?
That one, yeah. Anyway, it has to happen, and it's a means to an end, and yeah, it's one of those things. I don't really know how it's going to happen though. It's a really big tree, and if it falls down that way, it falls on our beautiful olive tree in our driveway. If it falls this way, it kind of goes on the knot garage. If it goes forward, it goes on a stone table. I don't know what they're going to do. So anyway, it'd be an interesting thing to watch. Any second now. Any second. Yeah, look. Hola. Buen dia. Yeah. Just judging by what Agostino just did with his hands, I think they might just drop it there, kind of next to between the olive tree and the power line. So hectic. Oh my gosh. All right. Right, so first order of business is this little tree that used to sit right next to the stone table. That's definitely got to go, and we knew that for a long time. We've always been a little bit hopeful that we might have been able to save this one, but sadly it's not the case. So this one's going first. I think that's fairly straightforward. There's nothing that can go wrong with that, provided we keep children and dogs out of the way. And then once that's done, we'll tackle this big one. I'm so sorry, tree. God, I feel so awful. I feel really strongly about trees, and I really feel very, I don't know, there's a real energy about a tree, isn't there? So I feel awful. But anyway, what to do?
He's going to hammer it.
He's going to hammer it down, do you think? Look at that view, everybody. We've got the softest candy floss clouds in the valley this morning. They're literally kind of licking up that hill. It's beautiful. Anyway, the piece is about to be destroyed. You need to get Ovi on a lead. Quick, darling. Right, boys, you and I are getting away from here. That's it. Well done. All the way back. Stand by the fence, okay? Okay, you stand by the fence. Don't be scared. Everything's fine, but just stand by the fence. Huh? I know. Yeah. Obi, stop. Right, this one's on its way. Oh my gosh, there it goes. god, that's mental. Wow, that is sad, buddy, isn't it? Does open up the view though. It's gone. Oh, right, one down. That's incredible. The power with which a tree falls down. I'm rubbing off on my children. They're both just going, "That's so sad, Mum. That's so sad." It is sad, but it has to be done. Right, so first one down. Now we just are waiting on John to get the drone up so that we can get a good epic shot of this, because this is a big moment for this poor, beautiful big tree that's going to come down any second now. You know, it's one of those things, it's like needing to make way for the new, you know? I don't know. It is exciting. It is, because this is like, you know, once this is all cleared, then we can really, really get started. Once this has happened, there's nothing holding anybody back. This is a very exciting day because we have partnered with DJI on this episode.
Wait, what?
DJI!
Who?
I know, I really feel like we've made it in life, right?
That's a big
huge.
one.
That's a really big one. We've been using DJI drones since we started our YouTube channel.
Yep.
And if you're anything like me, I find flying drones really intimidating. The thought of losing it, the thought of something going wrong, like getting used to the controllers, but the ability to create aerial content is just epic. It just elevates everything. And it doesn't just need to be about creating epic content. Just imagine, you know, you're at a family gathering and you could get an aerial shot of all of you on your lawn having a beautiful Sunday lunch or something. I don't know, it's just a different way of capturing memories for you and your family. And DJI have just launched their brand new DJI Neo. And this is the perfect first time drone if you are a little bit nervous about drones.
I mean, let's be honest, what just happened?
Well, we just flew it to an orange tree, but it's really fine. Nothing happened. So,
whoops.
It is DJI's smallest, palm-sized and lightest drone at just 135 grams, requiring absolutely no certifications or training. It takes off and lands just here in the palm of your hand. Because the propeller blades are entirely protected within that plastic casing, there's absolutely no chance of hurting yourself. So on the drone itself are 6 different modes. Things like follow, droney, circle, rocket, spotlight, and, oh, I nearly remembered all of them, and helix. And you can operate those literally here from the palm of your hand. You don't need a remote control to fly this drone, although you can connect it to its very snazzy remote control and use the DJI app if you wanted to. Everything you need is just here in the palm of your hand. And if you do connect it to the app, it's even voice controlled. So you can literally go DJI, fly, and it would fly off. So those 6 functions are automatic preloaded flight paths that just make filming so much quicker and so much easier. But you can connect it to the app and the remote control and fly it like you would a normal drone once you've got your confidence, or if you want to make it do something a little bit more complex, like hover right outside Mario's window. Of his digger, not his house.
That would be weird.
But just because it's tiny doesn't mean it doesn't pack a punch with quality. With 4K ultra stabilized video and very, very smart AI subject tracking. So it'll follow you smoothly as if you have your own personal videographer. Snazzy. There are a ton more incredible features to this little drone, but you can find out more by clicking the unique link in the description below this video and heading off to DJI's website. The perfect gift for yourself or for the person that you love for Christmas. Go and check it out. Just by clicking on that link, you massively help to support our channel. We're super excited to be working with DJI and, well, we're really, really grateful. Right, we're off to the races, everybody. Oh my God, I'm so terrified about the weight of this when it goes down.
This way.
Oh, it's starting to wobble, it's starting to lean.
I can feel it going, I can see it going. It's just...
Boys, watch.
just starting to lean now. Oh my goodness. sugar.
Gosh, sorry, I'm such a baby. I really, really hate cutting. Oh, I feel so awful about that, but anyway. Oh, wow. Okay, done. Done. How on earth have we managed to create machines that can fell something so magnificent in such a short time? It's crazy.
It's such a powerful moment. I can see Tara over there wiping her eyes. I think she's got a bit teary about that one.
What do you think, Sawyer? Hey, baby? And just on time, there's the lads from the contractors ready to crack on with the day. All happening.
You know,
A bonfire?
lost for words. So throughout that whole experience of cutting down what is a really old tree, I pretty much watched it through a screen. And you know, when you watch things through screens, it doesn't feel real, does it? You know, it feels like you're watching a movie, or it feels like you're not watching something that is actually happening. So I'm looking at it now. This is really the first time I've looked up and looked at what's happened. There is a void. There is a void on top of our hill right now. And it won't be filled until we've put a house there, I'm sure of that. It's a really important step, and we've said in previous episodes we're going to be reusing the wood inside, the wood that we've just cut down. You know, we're not going to burn that tree or just disregard it as a piece of wood. We're now chopping it up, or Senor Agostinho is now chopping it up into 2-meter lengths, so that we can think of and start looking at using that wood. We'll take it to the sawmill, we'll prepare it, we'll dry the wood properly, and then we'll build something out of it. That's a really painful thing to do. I enjoyed that one little bit. If you're a tree hugger, good for you. This is land destruction. You know, we are felling a tree that, unless we were building a house, we wouldn't have to have felled. That doesn't feel very good. It doesn't feel very good. In my heart, and I know in Tara's heart, we are also tree huggers. All right, let's move on. Let's see what's next.
One thing I hadn't quite thought about is what on earth do we do with all of the, the tree, now that it's down? There's a lot of tree that needs to be cleaned up and taken places and done stuff with.
Yeah, there is. You know, some of that tree we are definitely going to, like I just said, some of that tree we will be definitely recycling and doing other things with. Hopefully either building tables or newel posts or banisters or something. Other parts of it, we're going to have to chip it up, you know, wood chip, the smaller pieces.
Compost the
leaves, you know, stuff like that. So one tree coming down, half an hour's work, you know, getting rid of everything that's come down. The rest of the day and the day after.
So John's just chatting to Agostinho about how big to cut that piece, because that's the most valuable bit, is that big trunk. you know, that's the bit that we might be able to make into a table or a newel post or something interesting. So you don't want to cut it into chunks that make it unusable, but obviously it's impractical to keep it as a huge long length, I think. So anyway, he's just telling him, I think they're going to cut it in half, so we'll have 2 big halves and do some really, really lovely things with it and give that tree a new life and make sure it stays on the land, you know, it stays in the place where if I don't know, I think what gets me about trees, I'll be back with you with this thought.
Just looking at what we've got here in terms of it, do you know what, right? Let's just stop filming for half an hour. Go and have a cup of coffee and sit down, because I'm just not feeling a good vibe right now. I feel sad.
Okay.
So let's come back to the filming a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bon dia. Chris, you got to say bon dia. There goes the old bathroom floors from the derelict house. Wowee, that's so cool. I've been wanting those to be gone forever. So we're back at the house and I'm just about to put the coffee on. John's gone up to the tiny house just to do a bit of work and kind of clear his head. It's such an interesting one, isn't it? I don't know. To me, sometimes I feel like making a decision like that, taking down a tree like that, just epitomizes everything that's wrong with humanity, you know? Like the greed of wanting more and the greed of wanting a bigger house, you know, it comes at the cost of our beautiful, beautiful world around us. And it's only one tree, you know? We're not wiping out enormous forests in order to build this house. We're cutting down 2 trees. But it's such a deep thing for me, you know? We've just literally got back from Borneo, where you see this epic, extraordinary wildlife, and every moment that you spend with them is laced with so much sadness and awareness that probably Crusoe and Sawyer's children won't have the same privilege, because the forests in Malaysia and Indonesia are just being cleared at the most terrifying rate for the planting of palm oil. And that's all to feed us, you know? We don't need palm oil, we don't need lipstick, we don't need Ferrero Rochers, we don't need all the nonsense that we've created in our world. And in order to have it, so much of our planet is suffering. And I just like, we're editing that Borneo video and there's this little face, a proboscis monkey and the face orangutan, they look at you and you just think, what have we done, you know? What have we done? And maybe I'm jet lagged, maybe I'm feeling more impassioned and sad about it because we've just got back from a place that is literally at the front lines of what we're doing to our planet. But I don't know, for some reason, cutting down that tree this morning has massively triggered both me and John, and I feel really sad about it. And I love the idea of that wood from that tree finding a home in the kitchen, you know? I always think of trees and I'm in awe of the energy that's come from the earth, that's pulled up and grown into this extraordinary thing. And to think that that energy gets remolded into something new and put into our kitchen. It's a bit hippie, but it's nice to think that the energy that came from the ground there will forever remain in that space, you know? God, jet lag, what is it doing to me? Anyway, I've been waffling at you for nearly, 3 minutes now. I'm going to stop. I'm going to go and get that cup of coffee, pull myself towards myself, and we'll all be just fine. Right, well, making coffee, it looks like some of these branches of this tree are coming down. Now, you might not quite appreciate what the plan is with this part of the house, but basically, and hello to my coffee. But basically our bedroom, the master bedroom, is upstairs on this side, and we're going to have a little balcony in it off the bedroom window that opens into that tree. Oh shame, John wanted that dug up. Oh well, too late. Never mind. So that we can sit on the balcony and have our morning coffee inside the tree with views of the mountains. So this is a super important tree. It's a beautiful tree, and we would be very sad if that one had to go. But anyway, it's yeah, we just need to clean some of the branches off the side here so that the house can actually be built up into it. And then won't that be lovely? One day my morning coffee will be up there inside the branches. Do you know what's pretty magic as well is when we bought this property, it was so overgrown. We literally couldn't see what we had. We couldn't see the views. We had no idea that, like, we actually, and do you know what? We didn't even know to think about this, or we didn't think to think about this, but we hadn't appreciated whether or not we would ever see a sunrise or a sunset from the property. As it turns out, the sun rises kind of behind me, behind that big hill behind me, and it sets in front of me, but behind, you know, the ridge in front of the farm and all of the big pine trees in front of the farm. But I think from the new house, I'm pretty sure we're going to watch a sunset. I suppose bellowing at me to get more olives. No, Sawyer, not now. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to see both a sunset, and certainly at this time of year, because the sun rises kind of over here, we'll be able to see a sunrise from our bedroom balcony, which is pretty magic, because like I say, that's not something we can see from just the, you know, the ground of the farm. So by building up like this, we're going to just get a whole new aspect and a whole new experience. And I think there's something really beautiful about kind of flowing with the day, you know, watching the sunrise, watching the sunset, etc. It's pretty cool.
If you've been following along for a while now, you might remember our collaboration with Deer Plant, the landscaping company that moved a 300-year-old olive tree into our turning circle. The olive tree is doing really, really well, and it's a real focal point of our farm's entrance. Well, as Tara and I sat feeling really quite sad about the tree we'd just felled, Claudio, our friend and the boss at Deer Plant, sent us a text. Magic, you might say? Coincidence, perhaps. Perfect timing, definitely. We were all sat at home a little bit sad and fed up about that tree. Yeah. We want to put a new tree, one that's sort of half grown already, back somewhere in the farm to replace it.
Slightly problematic, that little Sawyer has fallen asleep.
He has, with his brioche.
So why don't you and Crusoe go for a little walk and see what you can find.
Let's go look.
Because after this, Claudio's also invited us to come and see them moving some truly monumental sized trees.
Big ones.
So that'll be exciting to see. So we'll hopefully have Sawyer awake for that. But you guys go and check out these trees. The plan here is to kind of get a sense of what they've got in their oak nursery. What I love about Deer Plant is they plant loads of native species. They're growing loads of native species. They're also in conversations with Diogo about working with beekeeping and landscaping. Super cool.
So so two of our favourite people basically working together, Diogo and Claudio.
Yeah, all came together after the fires, and kind of all of us trying to just do something to recover the environment after those horrible fires of September. Anyway, enough of that. You guys go for a walk. Where's Claudio?
And let's go see Claudio.
That looks like we might be on the wrong side of a river, but let's go and have a look anyway, see whether we can get down there. There they are, they're all the oaks, I think. So let's go and have a look. There we've come up against the river. That's pretty deep. What do you think, my boy? Can we make it?
I can't go through this pipe.
Do you think it's a good idea?
Nah.
Nah. Do you think we might drop in the river?
That's not dangerous.
Not dangerous?
Yeah.
Looks like people are walking across it, doesn't it?
No.
Are you being sensible?
Yeah.
All right then, come on, let's go back. Go and find Mummy and tell her she's taking us to a river. All right, so that's a false start. We'll go back to the car. We'll jump in the car and then we'll drive to another drop pin. Okay, all right, we've come down a different road. We're almost there now. I think we've just gone all the way around.
Oh, okay. That's much better than a trip across a field and a river.
That is, isn't it? I think we can. Wow, Claudio's got such a cool setup, hasn't he?
Such a cool setup.
I want to go through there. I want to go through there. I want to go through that jungle.
Well, that's better, isn't it? We were just on the other side there, Crusoe. Literally 100 meters away, but there's a river between us two, somewhere around here. We're going to have an oak tree. Hang on a minute. I think I see some over here. Look, Crusoe, through the forest. There are the oak trees. Okay, here we go. We've got some oak trees right here. There. Look at that. I don't know how old these are, but they're big. That's great. You know what?
Oh, I know.
Give it a cuddle, Crusoe. Hug a tree.
Hug a tree, buddy.
Hug a tree.
Oh, bud, hug it. It's sad.
Do you know what it feels like to hug a tree? Hug a tree.
You know, it's fun. I just called Claudio because he was checking in to see that we were here and that we found it enough. And I was like, Claudio, it's so pretty with all the colours. And you can just hear in his voice. He's like, oh, I know, it's the best time of year. And you know, like, having spoken to him, he just loves his job, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
He literally, like he says, I have the best job in the world. And it's hard to argue with that, you know?
Well, YouTube is a pretty good job too.
Yeah, I think we got this job too. But this is pretty special for sure. It's lovely.
Okay, before we go, Claudio mentioned to us that they were doing some digging of a big tree. We could go down and have a look if we wanted to. So Crusoe, of course, was like, diggers, yes, please. So let's go and have a look at the diggers. Hey, buddy. Okay, because we haven't seen enough diggers today, we thought we'd come and see a red one. So there you go. Moving another big tree. That's a beautiful tree as well, eh? You see what they're doing to the roots, Crusoe? They're just chopping the roots through. Wow, look at that. Hola. That's the fella that helped us with our olive. Just standing here really excited for another deer plant tree to come onto the farm. I can't wait. And like I say, we'll probably film a little bit of it and show some of it as the move goes on. But what a spectacularly brilliant way of making money, don't you think? You plant a tree, you let it grow, you dig it up, you move it somewhere else, and you make yourself some money. That is a very special way of making profit.
Right, well, we're going to leave them to it. They've got, I think, 3 or 4 trees of this size that they're bringing up today. It is amazing what they do at Deer Plant, you know. They specialise in moving big trees and landscaping with kind of full-grown plants. And despite the really sad start to the beginning of this episode, I'm feeling so much more uplifted and happier. And I love that we've kind of circled back to this idea of putting a new tree on the farm to kind of, you know, replace what was once there before. And to sign off, I'm going to leave you with this beautiful quote that I found, which just felt so fitting for this little journey we've been on with these trees and kind of, you know, how we should all look at trees and planting trees and investing in the future of our planet and in the future of our well-being and the future of our children's well-being. You know, don't do it for yourself. Do it for those that come beyond us. Anyway, folks, on that note, I'm going to love and leave us a comment. Please, I would love to hear from you. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. It really helps. If you can share it with your friends and family, that would help massively. And always, please make sure that you have actually subscribed to our channel. It makes a real difference. Right, boys are getting into puddles. We better go. We'll see you next time. Ciao for now.